on the previous episode.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, episode 76 of the No Money Spent. Before we get into it, the Discord is live. I have not had much experience with Discord. I had to do a bunch of research in it, figure out how to make my own, do all the channels and stuff. But the link will be in the description. It's a free way to join and kind of get active within the investing, coin making, this little community that we have. But it's a free way. Feel free to join. The link will be in the description. But let's hop into the video. Monday and really Sunday for me are pretty much just sell-off dates. You see the coins are starting to rise. We're at 10.6. And unfortunately, last week when I hit the 10 million mark on Monday, I still had a lot of quarterly and limited time investments. So really, last week I was probably at about 13 to 14 mil, because remember, I had a couple JJ Watts, a couple Travis Kelce's, and a bunch of quarterly investments like Aaron Donald, Tyreek Hill, that I still really hadn't sold. So yes, I got up to 10 mil, but really I was at about 13 mil. So basically going to this week, I had 13 mil, and you'll see where I eventually be at. Probably later in this week I'll be at a fully liquid state, but it's a little bit above 13 mil. We've made some really good investments over the weekend, but today's video and really episode, I think I'm going to make Mondays specifically, are going to be methods and coin making methods for people that don't have a lot of coins, because it's probably the most commonly asked question. I have 200k, I have 300k. What do I need to do to make coins now, so then I can maybe invest in the team of the weeks and over the weekend to where I can make a significant amount of coins? So I'm going to go over two methods, and yes, I sound like a broken record, but team builders are going to be the first one. They're the most easy. It's the easiest, the fastest way. This whole sniping process, or not sniping process, just buying process, is actually going to be all in one clip. It ends up being about 2 minutes long, where you have to buy 381 core elite, or not core elites, but most spheres are probably the easiest to buy. You can pick them up for under 5,000. I think I pick them up for 4.8, 4.9. And then the core golds you can pick up for 1.3, 1.4. I think I get one for 850 in the video, but 1.3, 1.4 is about the standard price for core golds. And then of course the most feared core elites. And really, it's the easiest, it's the most straightforward coin making method there is in the game. It's not like it's gonna go away in an hour, it's gonna go away in a couple days. It's pretty much gonna be there. It's always there. You make 5 to 6k per set. We'll actually show you the process when I do team builder sets, and I think what you guys should do too is I actually go on to MutGG to find out, right, like what is the most expensive team builder. So of course you go program team builder, you sort by price, whether you're on PlayStation or Xbox. I'm on Xbox, so it's gonna be standard at Xbox. Now you're not gonna actually want to go for maybe the top 4 or 5 cards that save, because a lot of people will do that and they'll click on the top card, and then the top card will get spammed. So maybe go down a little bit lower on the list. I'm going to choose Jack Doyle, like a little bit down on the list, and you see previous 34.28k. The cheapest on the market right now is 29.8. So I'm going to go ahead and do Jack Doyle. And normally, now I know Quiddy Pay does not go for a lot, but whenever I do a card, let's say I do Cortland Sutton for the Broncos, he's another good one that usually sells for 27.28. I'll actually look up the other Bronco in the set, because when one card goes for a certain price, usually the other card on the other side of the ball for that team goes for around the same price. You can kind of get 2 done for that team. But if I were you and you have 200, 300k, I would probably get my phone out and maybe mark down or write down 7 names that go for 27, 28k plus. Sit down for 30 minutes, because that's really how long it takes. 30 minutes, you probably get 7 or 10 of these team builders done, having to buy the 80 overall elites and then the core golds. 30 minutes and you make about 4 to 5k per card. That's 50k if you do 10 cards in 30 minutes. Post the cards on the market. You see I list mine up, but you see a bunch of team builders have sold 27, 28, 29k. And we'll actually go back to the set to show you really it's not overly complicated math. It's pretty much the set cost 18.5, 19,000 or less. If you're patient, of course, on the market and get the cards for snipes, you save more coins, and then you really want to be looking to get 26k. I got more last night. The cards were going for a little bit more expensive, and you're going to get 5k plus profit per card. So maybe, sit down for 30 minutes, write in your notes 10 names from MutGG that go for above 26k, and you're looking at you're looking at 50k. List the cards up, maybe not for 1 hour, but maybe for 8 hours while you're doing solos, playing weekend league, maybe get gone for the day. Knock out 30 minutes of doing those team builder sets, come back and you get an extra 45, 50,000 coins, and you could really, if you want to grind that out for a couple hours, you can make a significant amount of coins no money spent. Basically, the short-term coin making methods, if it was easy, really everyone, you really have to grind. Team builders are probably boring, as this method, the 85-86 exchange method, is a little bit more exciting, to be honest. But you can pick up the 83 overall most fear guys for around 7.5 thousand right now. That is a little expensive for this 85-86 exchange. Over the weekend, these cards were easily going for under 7,000 coins, and the snipes were coming up more frequently. So you can pick these guys up for 6.5 or 6.8 over this next upcoming weekend when Most Feared Part 3 is out and the rerolls are being spammed. The 83s are being listed on the market. But unfortunately, I actually wanted to show you guys me pulling maybe 285 so I'd show I wouldn't lose that many coins. But my luck in these is really, and it's kind of unlucky because I want to do like an 85 and 86 to show that even if you pull 185, 186, you still make profit. But I'm going to pull 286s, so it's going to make it seem like you can make 15,000 coins per 85-86 exchange, but really it's not. The 85s, if you pull an 85, just be really patient on the market, especially with core elite, superstar, those type of cards where there's really not that many on the market. There might be 3 or 4 up. You see Aaron Rodgers only has 1 card up. These cards will spike up, they'll go down, up, down, up, down. For the 85s, you probably want to get 21, 22,000 per card where you're only losing 1 to 2k basically per bad reroll. And then for the 86s, always sell above 30k. You see Ronnie Lott have one up for 28 and 33. I'm not going to undercut the one for 28. I'm going to try to get 32,500 coins. But now moving on, that's just going to be the coin. There's not that many. You can always do gap pack and combine that with team builders. It's always very good. But there's not a lot of straightforward coin making methods for your lower coin total accounts. Really, team builders is the best, just straightforward. You spend 3 to 4 minutes and you make 5k as long as the card sells, which they usually eventually do. And then the 85-86 exchange is more if you want to be a little more risky, have more fun, basically. Snipe those, maybe do a batch of 5 and see how much you make. They should be profitable in the long run if you are patient with your 85 and really your 86 sells to get the most coins back from the pack. But looking at really the investments or the limited time cards, I've sold off Brandon Marshall, I've sold off my Travis Kelce and JJ Watt. I would advise you, now yesterday was probably the best day to sell off Brandon Marshall. Now you're getting about 615. If you want to get back at that 650 range, you're probably going to have to wait like a complete another week. In terms of the limited time cards, Byron Jones, you've picked him up for under 550, 525k, like we advised you last week. He's going for a comfortable 800k, and same with Vernon Butler's all the way up to 600k. We targeted him at 385,000. So all the limited time investments, if you want to sell off basically to get liquid for the Team of the Week Tuesday investments, still pretty decent day to sell. The only problem with Monday is there's not a lot of buyers because everyone's kind of waiting to see what the Team of the Week cards and everything. But this gameplay now, I thought I was going to have a gameplay last night for this basically video, but I'm like, shit, I forgot. I don't have a QB. So this is going to be a gameplay from a couple days ago. I don't have Brandon Marshall. I still have Wolf Horde. This is going to be against my good friend Ryan. I always talk about him. We do duos gameplay on this channel sometimes. He's pretty much my market duo for really Madden duo. I mean, he's one of my best friends, but it is going to be a gameplay. He is using the 99, well, he's using the +2 strat cards, and I'm using the +5 height, so it's kind of a thing where I'm going to talk about what is the best strat card to use for really the next week and a half while they're still in the game. +2 speed, +5 height. He is using, and he has a full 50 out of 50 Titans theme team, so his Randy Moss does have 99 speed. I'm rocking a Raiders theme team. I know I have Titans jerseys, but it was just because I wanted to switch it up. Use Derrick Henry with the Titans uniforms, but he's Titans 50 out of 50. I'm Raiders 50 out of 50, and this is going to be a shootout. It's not a very competitive game. We're pretty much just trying to go for bombs every single play. This is when I still had Dan. I call him dog shit Dan now because I swear they nerfed him. His release seems a lot slower. But Will Fuller, and personally, I think, and we're going to use this kind of gameplay in the background to talk about it, I think height in this is just a little bit better than the +2 speed, as well as if you use the +2 speed strat item, it pretty much eliminates cards. Like, you can't use an Anthony Barr or Ray Lewis because they're going to be what, like 5'7", 5'8" on the field. Or Anthony Barr is going to be 6 foot. Yeah, he gets +2 speed, but losing 5 inches of height on defense kind of makes linebackers are already obsolete, but it makes linebackers really, really useless. So you see, we get a user pick with Anthony Barr. Although I do love Anthony Barr, and by the way, if you did not know, Joe Bruin, I'm a UCLA fan. That's the mascot, Joe Bruin. That's what the mascot is. My name, though, also is Ryan, by the way, if you ever want to know, but I don't really go by like Joe Bruin. It's just kind of my gamer tag, my alias. But Anthony Barr is one of my favorite players ever from UCLA, but unfortunately, if I have to really say what is the best user, like, does the 6'10" or 6'11" Anthony Barr, is he a really good user? And he's just not. His change of direction is significantly worse than the likes of Diablo and Cam Chancellor. So I do love Anthony Barr. I just don't think if you just want a user, pretty much it's still gonna be Cam Chancellor, Divine Diablo, even I think maybe Ted Hendricks a little bit better. Anthony Barr, while he does have the speed and the height, of course, the change of direction for me, it really feels like you know when you're running the ball and you're trying to swerve somebody without a juke, right? You go like right to left, you kind of stop. That's how it feels with Anthony Barr trying to use or getting from right to left in the field. It's really hard. Now, for just basically lurking and standing still in the middle of the field to maybe stop post routes or something like that, of course he's going to be good. He's 6'10", 6'11". You put lurker on him, 4.2 AP. But in terms of a user, I just don't really like him because his change of direction is really slow. But as you see, I mean, this game, if you had the over in this game, you're welcome. We end up scoring a lot of points. Basically bombs away. I did not have Brandon Marshall, unfortunately, at the time of this recording, but I still think while speed is good, and you saw Randy Moss make quite a lot of plays there. You see my Randy Moss is, what, 6'9"? I do think the height strat cards are just a little bit better because it also gives you, I don't know why Ed Reed doesn't get a boost, by the way, but I mean, it makes Jesse Bates, Jesse Bates feels faster being, I think, 6'8" or 6'7" than he does with, I think, 98 speed. He has 96 speed, I believe, from me. But in terms of everything, I think the +5 height is better than the +2 speed for your cards, for your most favorite players over the next 2 weeks. I wanted to get a gameplay. I didn't want another short episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the coin making methods. I know I sound like a broken record. Team builders, gap, 85 and 86 exchange, but there's not a lot. There's slim pickings for people that don't have a lot of coins, but if they want to make coins right now, those are probably going to be the best methods. Market Monday video will be out in a couple hours. I'm pretty much just waiting for the limited time or the team of the week announcements in general before I make my video. But that's going to be all for this episode 76 of the No Money Spent. Remember that Discord is live. Link will be in the description. Until next time, subscribe if you're new, comment if you have any questions, like, of course, you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace.